So for today's video, I'm just going to talk to you about Euonymus fortunei emerald gatei. So it's a really nice plant, it's a really nice ground cover low shrub. It also can be used as a climber. But as you see, it's got a nice silver leaf, silver and green leaf. So it's a really useful one, and it can be planted pretty much anywhere. You actually see on the new road there in Castlebar at one of the roundabouts they planted several hundred of them. So it's a real robust plant that can be used anywhere. But the reason I decided to talk to you about it this morning is this one here is cropped up. So as you can see, it's completely green. And this was found in a batch of about 1,000 of the emerald gatei, and right in the middle of them this one had managed to go completely green. So it was produced here in Darragh Nursery from a cutting, and that's how the plant would have looked. Now I suppose as a trained horticulturist I just find these things fascinating. So the genetic code has managed to force its way through and cause this plant to completely revert to its original parent plant, the fortunei. So it's amazing too, as we see a little bit with our own kids growing up, genetic code, things that are in the family, DNA, it can just push its way through even if it skipped generations, and it's just, for me, it makes it so fascinating growing plants when you see that the plants can actually do these things. They don't forget where they came from. They can push their way through and go back and remind us all of where they started. So I suppose maybe I'll go back a step further as to how this plant would have ended up being a plant. So what that would have ended up was this plant, the fortunei by itself, would have been grown somewhere on a nursery, maybe in a public park, maybe something like that. And a little bit of a mutation would have happened. Maybe the plant itself might have picked up a bit of a virus, and that might have just changed its genetic code writing a little bit and caused the edges of it to go white or silver depending on what mood you're in. So I just think it's lovely when, like, say, maybe one plant in every 100,000 or whatever manages to push its way back to the original of the species. And I think there's probably a lesson in it all not to forget where we came from, So that video might have been a bit off topic from our usual ones, but I suppose this is the part of the horticulture that I find so fascinating. So I hope you do too. Thanks for watching.